Everyone wonders why some anglers pull fish after fish while you're sitting there with nothing but excuses. Today, I'm going to show you a bait additive so effective that tournament organizers in some states tried to ban it. And you probably have it sitting in your kitchen right now. But here's the thing. The fishing industry doesn't want you to know about this. They can't patent it. They can't package it. They can't sell it to you for $19.99 a bottle, so they buried it. Let me tell you what happened last month at Lake Martin that made me a believer. I was fishing next to this old guy named Eddie. He was 72 years old. He was using a beat-up rod that looked older than him. While everyone else was throwing expensive lures with the latest scent technology, Eddie was catching bass every 7 minutes. 52 fish in 90 minutes. I caught 3. Same water, same weather, same fish. The guy next to Eddie caught 2. Later that day, Eddie caught 18 more and won $500. The crazy part? Eddie wasn't even in the tournament. He was just fishing for fun and destroying all of us. So I did what any frustrated angler would do. I asked him what he was using. Before I tell you what Eddie showed me, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I'm going to share fishing secrets like this every single week. Secrets the tackle industry tried to bury. Knowledge your grandfather knew, but modern anglers forgot. Last month, I caught 52 fish in 90 minutes. 52. Not in a stocked pond. Not during a feeding frenzy, not with some $1,000 setup. And the craziest part? The secret wasn't some elite high-tech lure. It wasn't a sponsorship deal. It wasn't a hidden GPS honey hole. It was something sitting in your kitchen right now. Something so simple, the fishing industry can't make money off it. And that's exactly why they don't talk about it. But before we get into that, I need you to understand something. This isn't about luck. It's not about magic bait. It's about discipline, preparation, chemistry, and one old man who embarrassed an entire lake full of modern anglers. His name was Eddie, 72 years old, wrinkled hands, sunburned neck, boots older than most guys' bass boats. You'd walk past him and think, just another retired fisherman. But here's the truth. He wasn't cheating. He was preparing. After watching this happen for over an hour, I swallowed my pride. I walked over, and I asked him straight up, "What are you using?" He didn't answer immediately. He just looked at me, smiled, then reached into his tackle box. Not a big shiny compartment, not a branded storage kit, just a faded plastic container with a tight white lid. He opened it. Inside was a grainy mixture, white with specks of yellow. He handed it to me. "Smell it," he said. "Garlic and salt. Regular table salt, nothing fancy, no logo, no label. 3 tablespoons of plain iodized table salt, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder." That was it. I thought he was joking. He wasn't. He told me he learned it in the 1970s from his uncle, commercial fisherman out of Louisiana. Back before scented soft plastics flooded the market. Back before every bait claimed to be scientifically enhanced. Back when fishermen relied on chemistry, not marketing. Here's what most people don't understand. Fish don't just see bait. They feel it. They detect micro changes in water composition. Their lateral line system reads vibrations. Their olfactory system detects dissolved compounds at incredibly low concentrations. Salt creates ionic contrast in water. When salt begins dissolving from your bait, it mimics the mineral signature of natural prey fluids. Injured baitfish leak salts and amino acids. Predators evolved to track that. Garlic contains allicin, a sulfur compound. It disperses rapidly in water. It creates a scent plume fish can follow, even in low visibility. And here's the important part. Garlic masks human contamination. Sunscreen, gasoline residue, plastic manufacturing scent. Fish detect those things, and they hesitate. But when salt and garlic are present, the hesitation drops. And when a fish bites salted bait, it holds longer. That changes everything. Most anglers lose fish not because they don't get bites, but because they react too fast. Eddie never rushed. When his line twitched, he waited. 1 second, 2 seconds. He let the fish commit. That patience alone increased his hookup ratio by at least 30%. But here's the step most people skip: preparation time. He didn't just sprinkle the mixture and cast, he coated the bait, then waited 2 full minutes, letting the salt begin dissolving into the bait's surface moisture. If you cast immediately, most of the mixture falls off. You lose half the chemical reaction. He learned that through trial and error, dozens of failed attempts in his younger years. You see, this wasn't superstition, it was refinement. But there's another layer to this story: blood. You've probably heard about blood bait. Many pay lakes restrict it, some ban it completely. Why? Because blood works. Hemoglobin and amino acids trigger aggressive feeding responses. It signals injury, it signals vulnerability, it creates urgency. Commercial fishermen have used blood traces for generations. But lakes that depend on balanced stock management, they don't like explosive catch rates, because if everyone catches 50 fish in 90 minutes, the ecosystem shifts and the business model suffers. Now, I'm not telling you to break rules. Always respect local regulations, but understand the principle. Fish respond to chemical signals first, visual cues second, presentation third. That's backwards from what most anglers think. They obsess over color, over brand, over shape. Meanwhile, they ignore scent chemistry and preparation discipline. Let me tell you something uncomfortable. Most anglers don't fail because of bad lakes. They fail because of sloppy habits. Loose knots, dull hooks, dirty reels, casting before checking drag tension. Eddie inspected everything, every knot, every swivel, every inch of line. Before sunrise, he was ready. By the time most of us were adjusting our electronics, he was catching fish. And here's the psychological part. Preparation removes randomness. When randomness decreases, results increase. And when results increase consistently, it looks like magic. But it isn't. It's discipline. Fishing is one of the last sports where patience beats ego. You can't bully a lake. You can't intimidate a bass. You earn it, cast by cast, adjustment by adjustment. Millimeters matter, angle matters, depth control matters, timing matters, and chemistry matters more than most people admit. Now imagine this: 2 anglers, same spot, same bait type. One prepared carefully, one rushed. Over 10 casts, the difference might be small. Over 90 minutes, it compounds. And that's how you get 52 fish versus 3. Compounding discipline. That's the secret. Not hype, not marketing, just repetition. Now here's exactly how you make it. 3 tablespoons of iodized table salt, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. Mix thoroughly. Store in an airtight container. When ready to fish, lightly moisten your soft bait if needed. Coat evenly. Shake off excess. Wait 2 minutes, then cast. Do not skip the waiting phase. That's the activation window. Let chemistry begin before physics takes over. When your bait enters water, the diffusion starts immediately. Within seconds, a microplume forms, invisible, but detectable. Predators investigate, and when they bite, they hold longer. That gives you time to feel weight, time to set hook properly, time to control tension. Now, let's address skepticism. Will this guarantee 52 fish every trip? No, nothing guarantees that. Water temperature matters, season matters, pressure systems matter. But this method increases probability, and fishing is a probability game. The disciplined angler stacks small advantages: better knots, sharper hooks, controlled scent, patience on hook set, better angles. Each one adds percentage points, 5% here, 10% there, and suddenly you double your catch rate. That's how Eddie won without even entering the tournament. He wasn't trying to dominate, he was simply prepared. And here's the final truth. Most people want secrets, but they ignore fundamentals. They want magic bait, but they rush. They want results, but they skip preparation. Fishing rewards the quiet ones, the patient ones, the ones willing to wait 2 minutes before casting, the ones willing to retie a knot even when it looks good enough, the ones who understand that chemistry begins before the cast. So next time you head to the lake, slow down, prepare, mix the salt, add the garlic, wait, watch. Let the fish tell you what works. And when someone looks at you sideways because you're catching more than they are, smile. You won't need to argue. The bend in your rod will speak for you. If this helped you, subscribe. Because we're not here for gimmicks, we're here for results. And next time, you won't be the one going home with excuses. You'll be the one people whisper about. 52 fish, 90 minutes, and all it took was discipline. And something sitting in your kitchen. Now go fish smarter.